Whereas on September 11, 2025, one day after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, Representative Ilhan Omar gave an interview on Zateo's town hall with Mehdi Hassan in which she smeared Charlie Kirk and implied he was to blame for his own murder.
We are diving into some serious heat today. We're looking at Nancy Mace and Rand Paul basically do what they do best, tearing into the unelected bureaucracy that thinks they run this country. Honestly, it's about time someone stood up and said, enough is enough. Whether it's Nancy calling out the nonsense in the House or Rand Paul being the absolute king of fiscal sanity in the Senate, these two are proving to be the ultimate tag team for the taxpayer. They aren't just talking. They're actually holding these agencies' feet to the fire.
The form of the resolution is as follows. House Resolution 713, censuring Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota and removing her from the Committee on Education and Workforce and the Committee on the Budget. Whereas Charlie Kirk was a lifelong advocate for freedom of speech, civil political discourse, and the political engagement of youth. Whereas Charlie Kirk was a man of deep faith, a husband, and a father to 2 young children. Whereas on September 10, 2025, Charlie Kirk was assassinated on the campus of Utah Valley University while exercising his First Amendment right to freedom of speech. Whereas on September 11, 2025, one day after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, Representative Ilhan Omar gave an interview on Zateo's town hall with Mehdi Hassan in which she smeared Charlie Kirk and implied he was to blame for his own murder. Whereas on September 12, 2025, 2 days after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, Representative Ilhan Omar reposted a video on X, formerly known as Twitter, which disparaged the character of Charlie Kirk and those mourning his death. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X states Charlie Kirk is dead, and before the body got cold, the far right propped his corpse up as a cudgel for their holy war. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further states, don't be fooled. These people don't give a single shit about Charlie Kirk. They are just using his death to further their Christo-fascist agenda. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further states Charlie Kirk was a reprehensible human being. He enacted his political agenda by preying on weak-minded people. He took complex socioeconomic issues and simplified them by pointing fingers at outgroups, demonizing those groups, and sicking his massive following on them. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further states Charlie Kirk was a stochastic terrorist, an adamant transphobe. He denied the genocide happening in Palestine. He believed the subjugation of women, and in his last dying words, he was spewing racist dog whistles. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further states, Charlie Kirk was Dr. Frankenstein, and his monster shot him through the neck. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further blames Charlie Kirk for his own murder. Whereas Clause 1 of Rule 13 of the Rules of the House of Representatives provides a member, delegate, resident commissioner, officer, or employee of the House shall behave at all times in a manner that shall reflect credibility on the House. Whereas Representative Ilhan Omar's actions in the wake of the assassination of Charlie Kirk are reprehensible and affect the dignity and integrity of the proceedings of the House and do not reflect the credibility on the House. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota be censured. Representative Ilhan Omar forthwith present herself in the well of the House of Representatives for the pronouncement of censure. Representative Ilhan Omar be censured with the public reading of this resolution by the Speaker, and Representative Ilhan Omar be and is hereby removed from the Committee on Education and Workforce and removed from the Committee on the Budget of the House.
I'm in a town where we have a lot of people who are refugees who have come, some from Somalia, some from Bosnia. I've never heard one of them say that America's a terrible place or be unappreciative of our country. Most of them are thankful. I've met people who have come here from behind the Iron Curtain that got away from communism. They're some of the best Americans we have because they really appreciate how great our country is. And then I hear
You have to love the energy Nancy Mace brings to the table. She doesn't back down, and she doesn't care if she's making friends in D.C. She's there for the people of South Carolina and, frankly, for every American who is tired of being lied to by federal agencies. And then you got Rand Paul. The man is a surgeon, literally and figuratively. He picks apart these budget reports and agency experts like he's in an operating room. What I love about his approach in this video is how he uses their own data against them. He's not just shouting, he's proving that the math doesn't add up. Here's my take on why they're winning right now. Accountability is the goal. For too long, these federal departments have operated like they're untouchable. Mace and Paul are reminding them that they report to us, not the other way around. Cutting the fat. When Rand Paul talks about the Festivus Report or government waste, it hits home because we're all feeling the pinch of inflation. Seeing him and Mace push for efficiency isn't just good politics. It's survival for the middle class. A unified front. Seeing the House and Senate versions of the libertarian-leaning GOP work together like this is rare. It shows a real shift in the party toward actual reform rather than just talk. In my opinion, if we had 50 more people with the backbone of Nancy Mace and the intellectual consistency of Rand Paul, we wouldn't be sitting here wondering where our tax dollars went. They are the protagonists of this story because they're the only ones willing to be the adults in the room while the rest of Washington plays games. But look, I want to know what you think. Is Nancy Mace going too hard, or is she exactly what we need? And is Rand Paul the only one left in the Senate who actually cares about the Constitution? Drop a comment below. I read all of them. Let's keep the conversation going, and I'll see you in the next one.